We're back on PAWO Heatwave as Michael Cole's backstage with Fandango. So it looks like Fandango has accepted Big E's challenge that he made earlier in the night to have a 2 out of 3 falls match at Extreme Violence. So another match added to the card, shaping up to be a great event. As we're about ready for our next contest, it'll be 3MB's Drew McIntyre being accompanied to the ring by the leader of 3MB, Heath Slater, versus Long Island Ice Z Zack Ryder. Of course, last week in 6-man tag team action, Randy Orton, Ted DiBiase, and Zack Ryder defeated 3MB. Now we got a little singles contest going on. We'll see if 3MB can fare better in this one. I tell you what, 3MB might not be on a winning streak, but they sure are enthusiastic. You gotta give them credit for that. But here comes Long Island Ice Z Zack Ryder. Should be a very great match here. Two young superstars are going to climb up the ranks. Maybe get an Intercontinental title shot in the future. Who knows? Of course, the Intercontinental Championship belt will be defended at Extreme Violence, as we learned. Chris Jericho, the man taking on Brock Lesnar in tonight's main event, will face the Intercontinental Champion Antonio Cesaro and try to knock him off. But here we go, the match right now. Ryder with a side headlock. Elbow to the forehead. Drew McIntyre now with some strikes. And grabbing the arm of Ryder, but Ryder reverses with a knee. Ryder with a drop kick, sending McIntyre to the ground. McIntyre with a block and a right hand of his own. But Zack Ryder technical wrestling his way out of that one. Now Ryder looks down to knock down the bigger McIntyre, but fails. Drew McIntyre. No, Ryder with a nice counter there and a kick to the gut. Of course, as you see, Heath Slater's at ringside. Zack Ryder with a snap mare there. Zack Ryder with an Irish whip into the corner. And a flapjack. Ryder now with some continuing strikes as McIntyre whips him across the ring, and a nice power slam there by the Scotsman. Ryder now running the ropes, and McIntyre with another power slam, trying to build momentum. Drew McIntyre Irish whipping Ryder into the corner. He bounces off, and Drew McIntyre, a big slam there, a very unique slam, and Drew McIntyre is building momentum. Picks up Ryder, but Ryder hits him with a left hand. Ryder with a chop and sends him into the ropes. McIntyre ducks under the right and hits a big German suplex. McIntyre faring well in the early stages of this match. Elbow to the back. Now picking up Ryder. But Ryder countering, hitting some big moves and whipping him into the corner. Zack Ryder taking up top for a high-risk maneuver, a tornado DDT, and it connects. Ryder trying to get the crowd into it. A kick to the gut. Irish whipping him. McIntyre just able to hold on to the ropes. Drop kicks him there. McIntyre will drop off and go back in, and Zack Ryder takes out Heath Slater. Ryder taking out Slater there. But that may have given Drew McIntyre an opportunity. We'll see what he can do here off the distraction and STO. Now McIntyre gloating instead of putting Ryder away. Ryder, a snap suplex. Ryder picking up McIntyre here. Irish whipping him into the corner. Zack Ryder here looks like he's setting up for the broski boot. giving the crowd a woo 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 and a foot to the face of McIntyre. Will this be all? Ryder dragging McIntyre out of the corner. Flips him over the cover. 1. No, and a kick out by McIntyre. Heath Slater now looking to distract Zack Ryder. A boot to the face, taking out Slater, and a Rough Rider to McIntyre. Taking out Slater, and a Rough Rider there. Will this be all? Hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. Zack Ryder wins this match. Zack Ryder with a big victory here, coming up with a victory for the 2nd straight week. Building momentum as he tries to get back into the Intercontinental title picture. As you see some highlights from this match, even with the presence of Heath Slater at ringside, 3MB could not get the job done. As you see, Ryder taking out Slater and then hitting a Rough Rider on fellow 3MB member Drew McIntyre, and Zack Ryder wins. So a great victory here for the Long Island Ice Z. A great victory now, and Heath Slater now coming into the ring, has a pipe with him, and now Heath Slater is attacking Zack Ryder after this match. We need to get some help out here for Zack Ryder. Heath Slater's just attacked Zack Ryder, and now Drew McIntyre is recovered, getting some chairs. Looks like 3MB is going to continue this beat down on Zack Ryder. Handing Slater a chair, they're going to hit him. But wait, here comes Ted DiBiase. Ted DiBiase Jr., the man that partnered with Ryder along with Randy Orton last week, coming out to the save of Ryder. Here comes Big Show now. But Zack Ryder just got saved by Ted DiBiase. Now Big Show looking to lay down a challenge here. Big Show doing his inner Biggie Langston here, challenging The Miz to a Falls Count Anywhere match, it looks like. We'll see what Miz has to say. But up next, folks, is our main event of the evening. Chris Jericho, the #1 contender to the Intercontinental Champion, will take on PAWL Champion Brock Lesnar. Of course, Lesnar with his advocate Paul Heyman accompanying him to the ringside. We'll see if Jericho can score a huge victory to try to build momentum and win the Intercontinental Championship for a record 10 times in just under 3 weeks. Y2J always a fan favorite here. Getting a big ovation as he gets set to take on the PAWL Champion. Of course, Jericho not a stranger to big competition, as he is a 6-time world champion. Of course, as I said earlier, a 9-time Intercontinental Champion, looking to make it 10 in a few weeks. So this should be a very intriguing match. I honestly can't remember if these two men have squared off before. This might be a new and fresh match set up here. Got to give credit to the GM Kane. So Jericho making his way to the ring, inside the ring now. He is ready. He looks serious. He looks determined. And he better be if he wants to try to beat the PAWL Champion, the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar. So here comes the PAWL Champion. The man that will face the #1 contender John Cena in just under 3 weeks at Extreme Violence for the title in an Extreme Rules match. We learned this last week, of course, coming off the heels of Brock Lesnar's controversial win against John Cena to retain his title at No Forgiveness. Cena saying this is the fight, this is what Lesnar's supposed to, his specialty is supposed to be, with no rules. And I think I can beat him at his own game, so we will see in just under 3 weeks. But for now, we have a great main event. The fans are ready. The competitors are ready. Let's get this match underway. Brock Lesnar and Chris Jericho. Lesnar with a nice snapmare there. Getting off quickly, and these two men will lock up. Jericho with a side headlock. Jericho whipping Lesnar into the corner, but Lesnar counters. And a big clothesline there. Doesn't even need any momentum of running to knock you down, but he will do it as well. Two clotheslines, one standing and one running. Jericho, though, with a back suplex. As you see, maybe the X factor in this match, Paul Heyman, who is now standing on the ring apron. Lesnar with another nice counter as Heyman is shouting instruction to the Beast. Jericho now with strikes hammering away on Brock Lesnar. Jericho, a 24-year ring veteran. He certainly knows the ins and outs of professional wrestling. Brock Lesnar now with a double fist to the face of Jericho, knocking him down. Jericho with a drop kick, though. Lesnar gets countered by Jericho. Jericho showing some strength, slamming Brock Lesnar. Chris Jericho whipping Lesnar into the corner. And a big clothesline there, knocking down the Beast. Jericho. A big move there. Looked like a reverse DDT, but with a knee added into it. Lesnar, though, barely stunning him. Jericho with a drop kick, gonna go back to work. You'll see here, Brock Lesnar hammer away on Jericho. Jericho, though, an Irish whip, looks like into the corner. Yes, Jericho running, but Lesnar counters. Lesnar now picking him up and just slamming Chris Jericho down. Lesnar hammering away on Jericho, but Jericho with a rake of the eyes. Lesnar with a belly-to-belly suplex. Ring rattling. Chris Jericho still working on strikes, trying to beat down Lesnar. Jericho with a back suplex. Jericho showing off here. Something he does well. Looking to build momentum in this match to possibly beat the PWL champion. Lesnar with a strike, but Jericho with a strike of his own. Chris Jericho counters on a side Russian leg sweep by Lesnar. Heyman again shouting instruction on the apron, either trying to distract Jericho one. But it doesn't work as Jericho whips him. But Brock Lesnar with a belly-to-belly. Paul Heyman now gloating to these fans at ringside about how great Brock Lesnar is as Jericho goes in, but Lesnar with a poke of the eye. A dirty move there by Lesnar, but it may have been an effective one as now Lesnar goes on the attack. Brock Lesnar picking up the Y2J. And another belly-to-belly suplex. Brock Lesnar loves to suplex people. Jericho now. Both of these men trying to catch their breath as Lesnar with a right, Jericho with a right. More strikes coming in. Lesnar, though, with a knee. And a big punch knocking down Jericho. Lesnar. Now with another big strike, this time to the throat area of Jericho. That's gotta hurt. Lesnar now picking Jericho up. And a backbreaker. Lesnar stomping away on Jericho. Jericho, though, gets up. Lesnar running. Jericho misses a strike here. Lesnar looking to knock down Jericho, but Jericho holding his own. Jericho with a sleeper slam to counter. Jericho looking to build momentum. Chris Jericho with another one of those knees to the back of the neck. Picking up Lesnar, but Lesnar with a nice counter. But Jericho with a counter there and a big forearm to the face. Telling Lesnar to bring it on as he stomps away. Springboard crossbody. Lesnar gets out of the way. And now Lesnar going to work. This may have been the opening that Brock Lesnar needed. Lesnar picking up Jericho. Looking for another backbreaker and hits it. Going for the cover now. 1. No, a kick out by Jericho. Gonna have to do a lot more to beat Y2J. Now Paul Heyman again trying to shout information to Lesnar as Lesnar continues this beatdown. Lesnar loves beating people down, probably his favorite thing in the world. Now Jericho with an enziguri though. Jericho trying to fight back. Trying to build some momentum to beat the PAWL champion. Lesnar now running the ropes, but Jericho gets a hold of him and a back suplex. Jericho getting fired up, trying to build momentum. Chris Jericho. And now Jericho has him looking for the walls of Jericho and Chris Jericho. Can he turn him? And he does. Walls of Jericho. Will this be all? Lesnar straining, trying to get to the ropes. Will the PAWL champion tap out? Paul Heyman screaming at Lesnar. Is Lesnar going to tap? Lesnar. Is he going to tap here? No, he gets to the ropes. Jericho with a drop kick. Keep working on him. Jericho exiting the ring now. Jericho gets back inside the ring. Chris Jericho. And another knee to the face. Or the back of the head. And Jericho, now what's he thinking? He's taking apart our announce table. Maybe thinking this is the only way to end Lesnar. But Lesnar getting fired up himself. And Lesnar. Chris Jericho was trying to do too much. Lesnar with a power bomb. And Lesnar showing strength, picking him up again. And for a third time. Lesnar going into the cover here. 1. No, Jericho kicks out. The resilient Chris Jericho. Jericho blocks. And Jericho with a code breaker. A code breaker by Chris Jericho. Will this be all? Dragging him to the center of the ring. Hook of the leg. But Paul Heyman has the referee distracted. 1, 2, 3. It was 3. But Paul Heyman distracting the referee. Jericho had this match won, but again, Paul Heyman proves dividends for Brock Lesnar, as Lesnar now going on the attack. A suplex. Lesnar now looking to finish Jericho off, thanks to the distraction by Paul Heyman. Lesnar. Backbreaker. We'll see if Jericho can get back in it. Lesnar going top rope. Unusual for Lesnar, and it doesn't pay off as he hits the dirt. Lesnar now, Jericho has the advantage. Will Chris Jericho be able to score one of the biggest victories of his career? Lesnar getting suplexed here by Jericho. Floats over into the cover. 1, 2, no. Lesnar barely kicks out. And now Paul Heyman on the apron once again, looking to distract the referee. The referee warning to throw Heyman out of here. Lesnar, though, has him in a small package. Tell me it's not going to end like this. 1, 2. Is Lesnar going to steal it? No, Jericho kicks out. But Lesnar continuing the attack. Heyman proving dividends. Lesnar looking to remove the turnbuckle pad, but Jericho catches him once again. Will Jericho be able to score this victory? A suplex by Chris. Chris now going top rope, and Lesnar gets out of the way. Lesnar gets out of the way, now picking Chris Jericho up. Lesnar, an F5. Brock Lesnar with an F5, rolls him over, cover. 1, 2, 3, and Brock Lesnar scores the victory. A great main event here for Heatwave. It looked like Jericho had the match won until Paul Heyman distracted the referee. Paul Heyman proving dividends in this match just like he did at No Forgiveness. Arguably the only reason Brock Lesnar kept his title. But nevertheless, a great victory here for the champion. What a match by Chris Jericho. And you got to think Jericho's ready for Cesaro. But a great main event here. showing you the quality of PAWL, but the champion scores a victory. We'll see how John Cena responds next week. Thank you, everybody, for watching this. Make sure to tune in to Superstars of Today in all our episodes. Subscribe to become a member of the Fan Nation. This is Luke Daniels signing off. Good night, everybody.